There you go, Willie. It's a good morning. Was up a little late last night. It's a party, Willie. Yeah, it's a party on a Saturday morning. We're gonna do stuff and junk, and we're gonna ride to space. So come on, get on my spaceship and let's go for a ride. Come on, get on the spaceship and let's go for a ride. Through the skies, Willie, through the skies. In a place where no one needs to wear a disguise. Everyone can be themselves just for a day. No one has to turn their heads away. See, just doing stuff, Willie. It's just doing stuff, man. Let's see what. Hey, Boomer, what's up, man? I'm going through the pedals and trying to wake up this morning. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. You know, I think, I don't know, man. It's gonna be okay. I did wake up Pookie. Well, I woke up this morning. I heard a little less than yesterday. I think I got some problems, but I think they're going to go away. I think I can get through. I think it's 'cause of you. You never know what you want until you can do it. You never know what you're gonna do until you fail. You know, I sure could use some Advil. I need to tune my guitar. I just watch like all these people like play the guitar. They don't have to make any chords. They just go around going. And I had to like try to do stuff. Oh no, Pookie. Sunshine. Um, you know, Willie, I was talking about this last night. So, that's why I'm always watching this weird shit, man. And you see that? I got my little laugh track going there. Yeah. Um, so I was watching this weird shit, and it's like really been fucking my head and shit. Um, so I like when I'm in here with some older people because they remember like like 2012 and shit and junk. And so they thought the world was going to end at 2012 and shit. But so there's this little kid, and he's like this little Nostradamus, dude, and he's like always telling people a bunch of shit that's like weird and stuff, and he's like this prodigy. And he came out the other day, and he's like, "Hey, well, of course y'all know that we all died." You're like, "What?" He's like, "No, no, no, no. Check this out. In 2012, we all died." And everybody's like, "Oh, okay. Come on, dude. Pray tell us how this came about." And he's like, um, with this like Mandela effect and all this shit that's going on, where people just know shit. Like Fruit of the Loom used to have a cornucopia shitty on it. Like a conch shit, whatever, holding the fruit. And all this shit that you just know was fucking there. Like the Monopoly guy had a monocle and shit. All this kind of crazy shit. And even further than that, like um, do you remember that the kidneys used to be in your lower back? Because I actually got a kidney infection one time, and it hurt so bad in my lower back. I remember this. I remember this really, really bad. You'd have to take Doan's pills and stuff, okay? To like, because your kidneys, well, now your kidneys are up in your rib cage, up here, okay? Um, there's new organs that are in our body. This, there's a little tendon right here going through our wrist, and that's being missing. And kids are being born without that now. And then yeah, Dones. Yeah, they used to make, they were for like for your kidney infection. And listen, I'm not saying that this is true. I'm just saying I watch this shit. And sometimes I watch all kinds of crazy shit all the time, and some of it never really. Some of it's so easy to debunk and shit. You're just like, "Oh, okay, yo, okay, all right, that's not really happening. That's Oh, you need to think about that a little bit. But, and then he's like, okay. And this is a little kid saying this shit. And I mean, and you're like, wow, what the hell? Okay, all right. He's not a little kid anymore because now it's not, whatever. And they're like, so, and he's just going over all this endless stuff that you're like, wow, okay, okay. And he's like, okay, some of the things in our society that have changed drastically, uh, you know, and like in UFOs and stuff are just, oh yeah, no, there's UFOs. Government's like UFOs, and my back in before I remember, UFO could land on the ground in the middle of Washington D.C. and they would still say, hey, that didn't happen. The government would say it didn't happen, but now the government's like, yeah, it's happening every day. It's right over here. Just all kinds of crazy shit because it's just everything's acceptable and all that kind of shit now. But it's kind of like this shit has changed, and the kid's like, so you notice that this timeline's changed, and he's like, it's because when they first ran CERN back in 2012, it ended the universe as we know it, and we are in a multiverse, and we everything and all of us all died, but we're in another multiverse that was just nearly exactly like what we were in, and we just switched over to the other multiverse and we just never knew it. And I was like, oh kid, you're freaking me out. Oh kid, you're freaking me out. Yeah. uh right. And Boomer, I still have an immune system that's tough, but every now and then something to come through and get me, and that's just telling you, wow. And then and I will tell you this also about that, um, uh, you ain't no responsibilities all go down together, but and um, and this is something that a lot of people don't know that kind of freaks me out all the time, what is that? That mRNA like stuff, um and I just want to totally speak facts because they'll take you. Won't talk too much about this because they'll take your channel down for really cool. But so uh, the DNA from that comes all from one fetus. I mean, I don't know if y'all know that, but the uh, you know what that they put into hypodermic needles and stuff, it came from one fetus back in like 1969. All of it. So everybody has that DNA. Everyone that did that took that has that DNA. It's kind of wild, It's kind of crazy, kind of crazy. And like I said, I just don't know if that would really go down. I was just I was also, yeah, fetus, both fetus, 1 feet, 2 feet, two fetus. You know, always watching weird shit. Man, you get caught on this loop on YouTube, and once you get in there, and I mean, I don't know if anyone else besides me watches it, but it's always got to loop back to the Anunnaki. There's the new thing is the new conspiracy stuff to come up on YouTube all the time on my stuff is the Book of Enoch, like that Michael Jackson beat it. I got beat up for a fetus. got beat up today. I get beat up every day. Well, I woke up today and I got beat up for a fetus. 1 feet in front of me, 2 feet behind, leaves me in the fetus in my mind. It's okay to eat fish, 'cause they don't have any feelings. That's what Kurt Cobain said. And I still have it running through my head. Hey Susan, it's been a good morning so far. Hey Susan, after this we'll go for a ride in my car. We'll go down the road and take off a load with Butterfinger. Boomer will be laughing at Pookie, who'll be saying something crazy. We'll all roll down life's highway, and we'll know our way, our way, our way, down the highway. See, that is what we can do. We could wouldn't that be great? And and sometimes I always get like really weird. It's 1:35 a.m. there. Yeah, it's in the middle of the night. Yeah. But it's 9:36 here, and I just woke up. I'm gonna get a deal today. I feel like I'm gonna get a deal today. I want a deal. Um, so some of y'all know this crazy asshole that I hang out with called Duffy Helm. And he comes around every now and then. So what Duffy did, not a lot of people are going to agree with this, but so Duffy went to Timu and he's taking one for the team because all of us have been wondering, hey, those Gibson, those fake Chips and Les Pauls and stuff, they're really badass. Are we gonna um he paid like $167, and it's the Jimmy Page model Les Paul, whatever, and he's supposed to be getting it today, but we'll see. And so he ordered it off of Temu for $167. It is how they're getting around this is saying it is a Gibson replica. Okay. And we're gonna see if he gets it, and if he gets it, I don't know. I may try to get the Zach Wild one. But it's gonna be crazy, man. And here's the thing. I've said this. There's going to be problems pretty soon. I would say in the next 10, 15 years. It's gonna so a lot of people are going out and buying these Chipsons, these fake Gibsons, and they're pretty good. I've got one myself, and but I didn't do this. They're putting all Gibson parts in, which basically just right now, because when you pull the parts out of them now, they're Epiphone. Um, right, exactly, Boomer. So, the pickups in the one I pulled, the P90s, actually had Epiphone wrote on the back of them. Okay, so everybody's going out and buying the P90s or whatever pickups that go into the Les Paul, especially like when you get a Zach Wild, when you go out and get the EMGs. Dude, nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. Uh, yeah. Well, Sunshine, she plays on one that's a gold top, and there's been some interesting arguments go on online here. There's been some interesting arguments go on in this studio with some of my friends, and luckily, not luckily, I don't know, it's luck, no luck to it, but I have Gibson Les Pauls that are real here, and I only have one fake one, but it helps us to like go, wow, okay, this fake one is pretty good quality. And I don't know, but we're gonna see Duffy. Duffy is gonna see if the ones on Temu, because I was talking about it. I was like, does anybody trust Temu to do this? And so he's gonna take one for the team and try to order one from Temu and see what the deal is. Um, well, and here's I can tell a real one also. Boomer. Here's how I tell the the fake ones. Um, the mother of pearl inlays always, and oh god, just pisses people off so bad. But the mother of pearl inlays on a Gibson don't come all the way up to the edge of the where it's cut out. In other words, you can tell that the Gibson is handmade because of its kind of inferior quality on the way the board and the top's laid out. And hey, deal, and and or that's the way I got it with my studio. And I also had a custom deluxe, and the it doesn't come up. But you see what I'm playing. You see what I'm playing. I I play like these kind of guitars, and I have, oh man, I got some guitars sitting right behind me right now. Thanks, Jay, for reporting me. I don't know what I would have done without you reporting me. It's made my day now. Uh, but I do like the Fender. I do have a Fender Strat. Um, and a Chickenbacher bass. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen those too. I've seen those. It's way different than the real one. Um, Jay, that special person that just reported me, he likes uh He plays bass. He's got a really cool Fender uh, Rickenbacker, also 24 put real Ricky neck. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Um, you know, what I was going to tell, hey Jay, Duffy Helm is buying one of those chipsons off of Timu. I'm just still a little sleepy, you know, and so we're gonna see how that works out. We're gonna see how that works out. And J Dub got a Chipson SG. Um, so, God, everybody's got one now. It's like they're just gonna be flooding the market. Just anyways, I don't know. Like I said, but I can see. Um, uh, Shit, if they were Japanese, they'd be a lot better than what they are. Um, yeah, it's really crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Uh, but yeah, let's see what else. What else? What else? It's just, man, you watching those like conspiracy theory YouTube things at night, man. It's just like fucks with my head. Like, oh wow, what's another one? Oh yeah, watching some shit on what was her name, Sophia. This is crazy. Um, yeah, I do have a 1995 Stratocaster, California. I don't know. I think it might be custom shop. I don't know. I don't know. But here's the one thing I will tell you. I don't want to change it because it is what it is. It sounds really, 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 really good. The thing is I can put distortion and stuff on that Fender, and up underneath the pie shell, Fenders don't play, and people are going to throw rocks at me, but Fender Stratocasters do not play well with some effects. Okay, I can hear the clean sound of that Fender up under stuff like this. and and people that know me know that uh, this has DiMarzio Super Distortions in it, and I really like that pickup. You hear that? That's quiet. Now my Fender is quiet, which is kind of really odd for a Fender with single coils. But you know, and then I have Les Pauls, and I don't play those that much. Now, for a long time, I played another guitar over there that has EMGs in it for a while. Um, I played I played a Jackson Kelly on a bunch of the like I'd say the middle pole vault albums. I played a Jackson Kelly a lot before, but all through most all the albums, I have played a BC Rich Wanderer, which is just a BC Rich American made custom shop 1987 Explorer. And that one has always been really good for me. Haven't played it in a long time. It's sitting right behind me. It always stays loose. It's the guitar that everybody that's ever came through the studio has played the most. I think one of the least played I have is a one piece ESP that is an Explorer. Um, I would say I don't play the Warlock a lot either. And the reason why I don't play the BC Rich Warlock is it's just hard to handle. It's hard to play. It sits on the lap pretty good, but the points and stuff just really don't make it comfortable as a lap sitting guitar for sure. I have a bunch of lawsuit Explorers. So I have a whole rack with one, two, three, four, five, six, seven of the lawsuit Explorers on them. They're kind of weird, but I've taken a liking to this one. I got it for $100. What's the matter with the shoes I'm wearing? Just see that they're out of style. Um, I wanted. The thing is, Boomer, I wanted to get a bunch of. I'm never gonna have a bunch of V's. But my first real guitar was a V, and I just constantly banged it around, just like I do that Warlock. When I got that Warlock, it didn't have a scratch on it. I've hardly ever played it, and I've dinged it up just moving it around. Um, uh, and the V's I had to play like this, just with like you said, it was hard to play. So me and Sunshine's been working on a collab with this Empirism guy. I'm really sorry, Imp, if you're out there. We've really taken a long time. It ran right at, New Year's, Christmas, but we have worked on it. And, when you're working on something with Imp, you want to really like, yeah, you want to put in a little extra. Well, we've done this will be, I think, our third song with Imp. It really changes what we do though. Like you won't notice our Empirism um our Empirism tracks, with from like regular pole vault. Um Now Devil's Nipple um has done some stuff also with not with Empirism. Maybe Devil's Nipple should do something with Imp. Um let's see. Well, I'm just going off all in there. I'm really thinking about pulling some of the stuff off of my page. Um, right now it has this live up here, but there's usually this lady up here that's talking like this bullshit and stuff. Hey, join and subscribe and stuff, and it's just I don't know. It's just getting where it's out there. Let's see. Let's see if this pulls up. Whatever. Oh, so let's see if I can get this in here. So this was a collab with me and Sunshine and Empirism. It's kind of short, so I won't go all off in left field here. But this one is called FTS. Um, and Imp was like, wow. The reason why it's called FTS is it's called fuck this shit. Okay. All right. Let's take a little look at what's going on here. Yeah, we ain't with them. Gonna rock. Yeah, it was fuck the system. That was the name of it. And and you can see um so that was that was Imp's line with me on guitar, me on some of the vocals, but Sunshine's vocals were all through that. Uh, which may have sounded like a keyboard or something, but it's always is like I said, Imp always brings out like, and believe me, I just played that through Firefox. It sounds a lot better when it's out straight, because it's when I when I get up on Saturday mornings, it's easier for me to go through my mix board and out to y'all, and I don't have to worry about some kind of Chad Freeman, Sunshine Archer. Yeah, there's an echo. Both of them. I don't know what the hell. But yeah. Um, and a lot of I know we did some crazy shit with E Urban. E Urban. We did some like techno kind of stuff, which one of the cool things about us always being in uh, Sunshine Archer. Sunshine Archer, for y'all that don't know, Sunshine Archer is Sunshine Archer. But Pole Vault is, it's got Sunshine Archer in it all the time. And she's practically a part of the like pole vault project or whatever, as AI would put it. Um, but I just it's done so much shit, and it came from so far. One of the things that you know, and I just talk about, I always talk about triggering subjects on here. Um, so when I first started, you know, there's a lot. I used I was using some software. I used software to make music on some of the stuff I did, and I quit doing it because when I was using Fruit Loops and stuff like that, stuff was coming back and telling me, "Hey, you got a copyright hit on this." Always, it's basically a rule. Yes, but I mean, and that's one of the reasons why I quit using a lot of software to make music, because I was like getting copyright, and I would go to people and I'd be like, "Hey, did you make this?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, I made this song with Fruit Loops." I was like, "Oh, me too. My song doesn't sound anything like yours." But yet, then it was like, also doing, just doing crazy stuff. So I had to quit. I had to quit. But, you know, I don't remember. Oh, wow. I can't play that. Can't really play some of my stuff from now. They're like, uh, yeah. Some of my old stuff is, and they've gone back through and said, "Hey, you can't play that, like, unless it's 18 and up." Uh, I just had some scenes from Old Yeller in it. And they're like, "Okay, you can't have scenes from Old Yeller in there." That's but yeah, I had to quit using software. And I still want to sometimes. I see people doing it all the time, and it looks like it would be nice to be able to do, but like I said, I got so many strikes. Uh, wow. I freaking have forgotten some of this old stuff. Sometimes I want to just delete it. Sunshine's like, "No, don't delete it. Don't delete it. Hey, Mr. Smith." Um, yeah, my old stuff is kind of really crazy. And and Jay, who reported me earlier, um, um, him and my other brother are the ones who convinced me, "Hey, dude." They're like, you really got to quit using software, dude, and all this. I'm like, oh man, you always got to be a downer, Debbie Downers. But this right here was probably one of my first straight no uh this was one of my first raw videos, and this one was made for that guy Jay who keeps turning me in. It was made for his birthday, and this one is called J Day. J Day. So, that's
Happy birthday, Jay. Happy birthday, Jay. Happy birthday, Jay.
so it's just like I mean, who could come up with lyrics like that, Uh uh all the hoes are on you for your birthday, so don't get too drunk. Wow. Sorry, I had to get the tears out of my eyes. Uh, what a beautiful song. Reported for Picture of J. Yeah, but that was and as you could tell, but that was one of my first like really and at that time I was in the studio that or the part of the studio behind me where Sunshine sits and does her uh it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Uh yeah, Pokey's got some birthday songs on here too. It's my it's the thing um the the thing is my freaking as y'all can tell these don't come through really good. These don't come through really good on Firefox. But this was, and this is the Pookie one, and I I just never know where to go with some of these birthday songs. And they're so sensitive. They're so sensitive.
Well, they say every day is your birthday. Well, that shit ain't fucking true. If it were, I would say every fucking day, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday. The kings and queens, they step aside. The killer kitty, he runs and hides. something special today. It's really your birthday. So I will just say, happy motherfucking birthday. Happy birthday, Pookie. Happy birthday, Pookie. Happy motherfucking birthday. Happy motherfucking birthday, Pookie. Happy motherfucking birthday. Happy motherfucking birthday, Pookie.
Yeah, it's like uplifting, birthday songs. Up, uplifting birthday songs. They're like pop and stuff. You know, it's your birthday. It's your birthday. Everybody, it's your birthday. It's so interesting to see this. Some of the evolution of some of the shit that goes on. Um, that was a pretty old one right there. That was 2 years ago. Um, Seems like it's more than 2 years ago. Uh, but yeah, happy birthday, Pookie. Um, I just we did so much crazy shit, and I think it's you're saying did I do anything but like pop songs? I would say um one of my oldest songs, Boomer, um, and it's always a fan favorite. Do you like that, Pookie? Now I've made Pookie a couple of birthday songs. Um, let's see. Now Chad Freeman is always a fan of this one, Boomer, and it's short. I'm gonna quit doing this and bugging y'all with old pole vault shit. But this one right here is called "Dance My Life Away," and it seems to be a fan favorite for a few people. But it's not really in my pop genre. Hey, I like to shit my pants, shit it all over the streets. I like to dance, dance, dance with the shit on my feet, all over my feet, all over my feet. I got to skip, skiddly do, skip, shiddly do, all over the place. I drop a deuce and wipe it around and wipe it all over my face. I like the Duke in the street and dance my life away. I'm dancing in my duty, dancing all freaking day. So as you can see, you can understand why that's a fan favorite. Yeah, I like to shit my pants. Shit it all over the streets. I like to dance, dance, dance with the shit all over my feet. All over my feet. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was a thing. Um, it was one of my sillier ones. Um, I've got quite a few silly songs put through there. It is classier. Yeah, I could show you some classy ones. Uh, there was a there was a thing by God, now you're gonna make me do it. I just wasn't gonna do it. So one day I was really stoned, and I watched this. I think a lot of people have seen it. Uh, I was really stoned. I was really pissed off about this shit. Because everyone that knows me knows I want a fucking monkey, right? I want a fucking monkey. This dude wants a fucking pocket monkey. I want a fucking pocket monkey. And I was sitting there stoned, and I'm fucking talking about this was freaking like, this was 15 years old. 15, so the song you just saw was 15 years old. Okay. This song is also 15 years old, but I was really mad because I watched this show called Faces of Death, and they were eating a monkey alive, and I was like, you son of a bitches. And there was a bunch of freaking preppy motherfuckers that were just like, hey, look at us, we're special, we're fancy, we're some goddamn hipster shit. Eating a live monkey and eating live monkeys is cool. And I had this song for them, and I was just really mad at them for eating. I was mad at them for eating live monkeys because I wanted a monkey for a pet, and they they needed their ass kicked for eating a monkey. Don't eat monkeys.
Chimpanzees beat out their brains. Beat out your brain with a hammer. Feed it to a tennis ball wearing somebodies that want to go along with the crowd. So beat out your brains with the hammer. Be a good little chimpanzee. 'Cause all you got to give is your life and your body. All you got is a chimpanzee with no brains but a hammer. All you got is a chimpanzee with no brains but a hammer.
No, stop.
Chimpanzee.
See, so so I was like mad at them, and I was calling them tennis ball wearing somebodies that want to go along with the crowd. Okay, because they were wearing these tennis suits, and they were like, "Look at us, we're eating fucking monkey." I'm like, "You motherfuckers! If I was there, I'd save the freaking monkey." Yes, another heartwarming song. And you could tell, Boomer. So I was sitting on I was laying on my couch so stoned I was like almost paralyzed, and I was freaking singing on a with Microsoft Wordsmith, Songsmith, and a pair of Turtle Beach headphones, and I was just blitzed, and I just watched Singing in the Rain. Okay, so I couldn't get up, and I watched Singing in the Rain. And after I watched Singing in the Rain, I'm like, Sunshine, come in here and turn the TV. Please turn the TV. I can't stand it. And so I watched Singing in the Rain, and I like, she was like, she came in, she was like, fine, fine, fine. I turned the channel, but I done watched like Singing in the Rain, so that's when I made hey, I like to shit my pants all over the street, because it seemed like everything in Singing in the Rain was like that. Okay, that was my stoner take of Singing in the Rain. Um, I need to shave. I look like fucking shit today. Uh, and then Sunshine was like, "What do you want to watch?" I'm like, "I don't know. Hey, put on a VHS." And she's like, "You guys have been watching like this shit up here," and it was like a Ronnie James Dio concert or Iron Maiden concert or Faces of Death that was laying loose. Where I was like, "You put on Faces of Death." I watched Faces of Death, and then after I watched Faces of Death, I was so mad I made that song because I was like, "You hurt the monkey! Quit hurting the monkey! I want the monkey. The monkey didn't do nothing to them." But once again, it shows the evolution of what what we did and all this and shit. I've done some weird shit. I did some shit with Duffy Helm right off the bat. I've done some weird shit. Um, I always like to do songs where people don't know what I'm saying. That way they're like, Spider Hippopotamus was a prime example of that. Doing It Wrong was another prime example of that, where people are like, "Hey, I like this kind of, really cool and stuff," and then I tell them what it's about, and they're like, "Oh my God, can't believe that, you did that shit. Why? Why'd you do that?" But yeah, I'm sitting here looking at my old stuff, and and I will tell you, as you progress, technology's gotten so much better since I started doing this stuff. Um, uh, and I see some of my old favorites, and I was really edgy back. The thing is yeah, typical love songs. The thing is the sometimes it seems like the more stuff that I get, and I can be experimental. I was writing a song, making a song the other day. It was this one. There is 12 string acoustic. Now there's dobro. Fucking SR16 shit track. I need to get a drum set. I don't want to, but I need to get a small drum set in here because I've just wore that SR16 out. I think every freaking stupid loop I can pull out of that damn thing has been used by me or Sunshine. But I think, like I said, my new stuff is not really as edgy as some of my old stuff, you know, because I had to, yeah, I had to work harder to do stuff, But I kind of dig this stuff because it's all mellowy, and y'all will be hearing one of these out pretty soon, probably within the next day or two. Sunshine needs to come in, and Sunshine's probably going to come in with a flute on that one. Um, but it. I mean, I'm just not making. I don't know, and hey, Chris, what's up, buddy? I think like probably in another year or two, I'll be like, wow, dude, I'm not making edgy music like I was a year or two ago. Uh, you know, um, like I was making some really like crazy. Uh, yeah, it's more ambient. And like and you know like um you know, I don't know. This is the one that broke me and Sunshine right here. This is the one where me and Sunshine actually kind of got some traction. Before this, I had under 50 subscribers, and pretty much immediately after this this track, um, I went to I mean, like from under 50 to 200 immediately. Um, with this track here. Ugh.
Make it a habit.
And like I was really happy with that one when it came out too. You know,
10 minutes.
stop it. I was really Me and Sunshine, like I said, I went from under 50 subscribers to over 200 as soon as that video had caught traction, and it was one of our first. It was one of our first videos to ever break 100 views. And hey Ryan, hey everybody, and and the thing about that one was, is this, if you listen to that, you'll be like, oh, dude, Pobalt was using software, synthesizers, and all that. Nope. That was made on a keyboard that's sitting over here next to me that's missing a key. And it was very simple. It was just that's what started that whole song. You know, do, 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 do. Not not very like complicated or anything, Dan. It was just, straight up do 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 do, and it kind of made me think of, like, maybe a Middle Eastern kind of vibe. Then I came in with a sitting over here behind me. It's called a BC Rich Gunslinger, and it has a Seymour Duncan blackout pickup in it that takes two 9-volt batteries. Okay, so it has 18 volts running the freaking active pickup. It even says, hey, don't stick this guitar, do not stick this pickup like to a shitty amp. It will blow out a shitty amp. Um, and and the thing is I was riding the Floyd on it, and it has a big giant Floyd. People have seen the guitar. It has a drop D tuning Floyd that is what you can turn it to drop D on the fly, or any kind of tuning you want to, because you can tune every freaking string with this Floyd Rose. I have never seen anyone that has ever seen a Floyd Rose like it. Anyways, and I've shown it all over the world. Uh, I was in Germany, and some guys were looking at it, and they were like, "Hey, this looks like it may have been from a German custom BC Rich." Was, I'm like, oh, what the fuck is that? Anyways, um, but I was riding the. If you notice the end of that song, I was just just doing something like, I would go, okay, but I had the trim and I was dropping it down. And it was like, and I was riding the feedback. It was going, wah. Yeah, no, Dan, I'll show you. It is a very special guitar. It is a very, very special guitar. Oh, dude, I did it. I did it without getting it all hooked up on me. Okay. If you're used to seeing Floyd Rose, get ready. You're fixing to see a Floyd Rose that you've never seen before. Let me get this. No, stop it. Where are you? Oh, there you are. All right. Unplug shit here. So I've had this one for a while. I've had this guitar here for quite a while. let's see. So let's take a look at her. Let's take a look at her. Okay. There. So if you can see right back here on this part of the Floyd, we go with this and you turn this knob down, it adjusts all these nuts across here, and it will do a total different tuning for every string. Whoa. Okay. Let's see. There you go. And you can see has all kinds of different markings on it and stuff. I have the Explorer, the VC Rich Explorer that matches this. But I got a Seymour Duncan black out in it. But it has so this is the guitar. Yeah, but see the thing is that has every one of those strings has a different set knob on it. So I could totally do any kind of tuning I wanted to do with the switch over on that. And this guitar, when I bought it, I bought it with I bought the body because it matched my Explorer, and then I bought the I practically built this one, and I had to build it. And you're like, wow, Pole Vault, why in the hell would you spend so much time building that guitar and going through that kind of hell to make that? And like I said, y'all heard the last song that I played. The feedback from this thing, I mean, it's just so high. It's just like everything you play on this guitar is just like, just you're not going to get a clean sound off of this. It's so over the top. And like I said, it's ran with 2 9-volt batteries, Mr. Back. 2 9-volt batteries. Yeah. Well, no, I'm gonna show. I'll show you. Okay, so you see this one. Get a good look at this one, and you're gonna realize why I went through the pain. And they sanded the back. That's my paint job on the back. Okay, that is my paint job on the back. The black on the back that's my doings, because they sanded off the whole back. The whole back was wood when I got it. I built this guitar for right around 200, but the reason why I wanted to build this one, and I'll be right back. Y'all. I do this now so y'all can't see my butt when I stand up. That cost extra, and that will be on my OnlyFans. Okay. No. Okay. So, hadn't gotten this one out. Hadn't gotten this one out in a while, but God, I really need to go cordless in here. But you can see this one, and it's BC Rich American. As you can see, it's had some problems. I've done some bad things to it. And I would say more pole vault music has been made on this guitar than any other guitar. I made a really bad mistake right down here and put a sticker on it at one time, and when I pulled the sticker off, it took some of the paint off. This is painted by a guy named Bill Lawrence. It's a 1987 custom shop, BC Rich. You can see, only like old people realize this, but right down there by the trim system, see where it says Go Home Oral, O-R-L, Go Home Oral. Well, to give you an idea of when this guitar was made, you could see Anthrax was doing some stuff called Knot. See that? And Go Home Oral was a preacher named Oral Roberts who said that he was going to go home, go to heaven, if he didn't get $1 million. God told him if he didn't get $1 million, he was going to go home. And so on this guitar, painted direct from the BC Rich custom shop, it says Go Home Oral. Has a lot of weird stuff wrote on it from that era too. But this, you'll notice, just like the last BC Rich, it has one volume. Now this one has not been built. All this is original. It has one volume, one super distortion in it, Floyd, and like I said, I've had this guitar right here for 29 years, and it'd seen some action before I got it. Yep, Anarchy symbol right here. Oh, it has all kinds of crazy shit wrote all over it. But this one, this is where it's hit some people, and not some people, it's where it hit somebody in the mouth back when we were playing a gig a long time ago. Someone was trying to pull me off of while I was playing, and I swung it at him. I really didn't mean to hit him in the mouth, but it did, and it took out this little part. But you're talking about shit like wanting to relic a guitar, dude. This guitar is relic as bad as you can relic a guitar. Uh, um, yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see. Let's fire this bitch up. This one doesn't really, I know it hasn't been tuned in a long time. I know. I am nowhere around where this guitar likes to be, though. But yeah, it has that it has that 80s sound to it. Because both this one and the last one you saw were both 87s, and the serial numbers were like one off. And you can probably tell why, because they're both custom shop guitars. They used to make these like two off and stuff like that. I'd just like to find a clean distortion on here. Clean distortion. Really could be great. Be really great. Well, didn't think I would be getting this guitar out today. But yeah, and different tools, Dan. Man. I know Dan knows. You know. But I will tell you this right now. I talk about this all the time, and if you know, you know. There's some guitars, man. They write their own music. You know, it's just like this one. This one can always write its own music. Always has. Yeah. I got I got no, well, the thing is, I have a lot of pedals. I have a lot of cool pedals. I got Valerie pedals and stuff. It's just I really envy like Justine. Y'all seen her new pad? Justine's got a new studio room coming open. Oh man, I need more room. I need more room because, like, I mean, and y'all kind of see my setup. I would love to have a pedal board. I would love to have a pedal board, Mr. Smith, with, like, thinking about making a small pedal board, just a one row pedal board right here next to my other pedals. But I'm just running out of floor room. Fuck yeah. You can't really see it. Um, but there's my so I have a Boss RC50 loop station and the Boss GT6 effects. And the reason why I have that there is because I did have a lot of pedals laying out at one time, and this just made it just made it really logical space wise, you know. Uh, gee, it made it like really logical for me on space. Um, to use that, to use the GT6. It, I mean, if I know what I'm gonna do, um, if I know what I'm gonna do coming in, I would get down the number of what I'm gonna do, and uh, see, and I think y'all have all seen me do this one. The lower numbers on the Boss GT6, I do know, are more the are the more cleaner distortion, and then we would go. And you can get it off with the looper like. She has the blood of reptile just beneath the skin. She opens wide to show you where she's been. So and the thing is, no, and the thing is right now, Virginia Woolf, if you walked into this room right now, all you would hear is the clinking. My kids always talk about when they walk through the back of here and in sunshine, how weird it sounds that I'm sitting here playing Nine Inch Nails, dun, 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 but all they hear is, the guitar doing this. But it's just now I will say I do love that Boss loop station. I think I was even I think I was talking with Smith and Bot when I bought that one about what, where, and how I was going to buy it, and I like it because I can think I can loop like four different tracks and stuff, all that kind of junk. Um, and just it seems to be like a lot of space on the floor, but I built the rack for that out of wood and junk, and I'm just trying to make my studio. It looks like a spaceship when you come in here. Because what y'all are seeing is it pointing out at me. Everything in front of me is just insanity. In case I wanted to do like in case I wanted to do my lesbian theater. I like the lesbian theater. It's always cool. I can't pay the rent. I'll just sing a song. I won't do the theater because it just breaks so much stuff when I'm getting it down. I can't pay the rent today. I can't pay the rent. You must pay the rent today. You must pay the rent. But I can't pay the rent. I can't pay the rent today. Well, I'll pay the rent. I'm here for you. I'll pay the rent today. Oh, I didn't want you to, but now that you paid the rent, you can stay. You can stay. Now that he paid the rent for you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. What can I do to repay you? Well, let's kiss about it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let's kiss about it. And that's the way you paid the rent today. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I don't know if y'all have ever seen my, where I get the heads out and they're like, I can't pay the rent, I can't pay the rent. But that was a song about that. That was a song about that. That was a song about that. Hope y'all are happy. Hope you're happy about that. Hey, look, everybody. It's Virginia Woolf. Virginia Woolf. Look, Virginia Woolf. It's the Titanic knife. I would probably have thrown this over into. So I just want y'all to know that the price of silver is still going up. And I've been telling y'all forever and ever and ever to get in estate sales. I paid $1 for that. It's 2 ounces of silver. It is almost up to $120 now. And I mean, y'all know it's going up, but it did. That knife is worth more money because I had it certified by Virginia Woolf, and Virginia Woolf is a Titanic expert. And I wouldn't ever even known it. I wouldn't even known it. But Virginia Woolf let me know that knife was from the Titanic. Oh, I got some gold, but I don't have lots of gold. Gold is through the roof. Just not everybody's got a lot of money to play the gold game. But if you got a little, I'm just saying, if you can go to a estate sale and pick up some silver for like $5-6, do it. I like hurting myself. Like I really been. I threw out my hip. Didn't throw out my hip. I fell. I couldn't get up. Oh, I fell and I couldn't get up today. There was no one to carry me away. Life seems so different today. I lay on the floor and here I lay. Well, I can't get up and I've fallen. 911 is what I should be calling, but I got you, and you picked me up, and now I need some peace of mind. And let's cut the chase. I need life a blood necklace. Looks sexy on my chest. But when we have sex, my life alert banged you in the head. It goes off and calls the med alert. And they say, are you alive? Are you dead? And I said, hey, why you calling? I was just about to get off. I said, hey, meddler, why you calling? I was just about to get off. They said, we thought you were hurt, 'cause you set off your med alert. And I said I would have sent you a text. Can't you tell I'm having sex? Please, please, please let me go. I got some business to deal with this hoe. Please let me go. Please let me go. Please let me go. Now, wasn't that beautiful? That you knew you were going to get a love song. There you go. There's a Med Alert love song. See, a Med Alert love song. Med Alert, you ringy dingy. Give me a call. Give me a call. Sexting. Yeah. Good sound. Good sound. It was, Virginia, what can we not learn when we look to love and Med Alert? Yeah, always with the love songs. I did hurt my hip. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. And I hurt my like back and everything. And it wasn't a big deal. It was just, I don't know. Have y'all ever like, went past someone and you ask them to move their feet and they actually moved their feet, and when they moved their feet it actually was in a worse spot than it was, and then you were still walking and you tripped and you like I didn't fall. I didn't fall. I think I would have felt better if I'd have fell. Um I just like twisted my leg, twisted my leg, and that was stupid. There you go. Hey, Zach, what's up, buddy? And and I just twisted my leg. Can you believe hurting yourself really bad and not even falling? I didn't even fall. I just twisted my leg. It felt like it twisted it right out of my asshole. I was like, ow. Now, I really hope that Sunshine's getting ready today. Please, God, Sunshine, if you're listening to this, please, uh, yeah, that's what was happening, Pookie. If I'd have just fell, I probably wouldn't have got hurt as bad. And I hit like a TV tray with a freaking laptop on it, all kinds of dumb shit. Yeah, just sometimes it doesn't take. But you know what? Pause. It used to take a whole lot. I forgot I even had this guitar out. Wipe out. Yeah. Wipe out. I used to play like some shit on this one. Yeah. Yeah, it used to be. Yeah, and I just really loved this guitar for that shit. Let your bloodline feed my youth. I just fucking watch it. Inagata Devia, baby. Don't you know that I want you? Inagata Devia, baby. Don't you know that I'll always be true? Here you go. This is Inagata Devia. Didn't think you were going to hear that today, did you? Neither did I. Uh, you know, eh, Mr. Smith, you should have heard the shit I was talking about earlier. You really liked that. Is the whole that we all died in 2012 theory, and we all went to an alternate dimension. I want to get this vocal effects pedal. I need to get a TC Helicon thing. So I want to go like all. Yeah, Mr. Smith. When they brought CERN online, it killed us all and wiped out the whole universe and sent us on, and we're now in a new multiverse, and that's why our kidneys are no longer in our lower back; they're up high. All the shit that's happening is happening, and it's because we shifted to a different multiverse. I watch crazy shit. Watch crazy shit, but it can help you write. You know, you write some crazy shit. Check, check. Okay. See if I can get this. I want to go really fucking over the board with this. With space, we switch the multiverse. In my face, we can't go in reverse. I feel like I feel like I don't know. I feel like I don't know where we go or where we've been. I don't know where to start and where it all begins. Let me let me see back. Let me see back. I wanna go. I wanna go where I can call home. I wanna go where I can call home. There you go. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You like watch weird shit, and then you can like see you just write weird shit, and I could write that, and they'd be like, oh well, what the hell? They'd be like, Kmon, what the fuck is that? They'd be like, is he talking about he wants to go back home? What the hell is he lost or something? They wouldn't even know I'm talking about the multiverse. Yeah. the the cat figure is waving at you. It is waving at you. Pause. It is. I mean, it literally is sitting there going. And my daughter gave me that. My daughter came in and was like, "Dad, you want this? It's not working." And I put a drop of oil in it and some new batteries. It's been over there waving for fucking a month or two. Um, and the thing is I had to. I didn't have to do this, but see, my shit was squeaking. Maybe I should like do something, you know. See, the thing is some of those things were going squeaky, 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 and um and some of the lights were making the camera go in and out of focus. And I was like, oh my gosh, this so tired of. In one show we had one of the scrolling lights was going squeaky, squeaky, squeaky all the way through the show. Uh, uh, Yeah, multiverse. There's really crazy, crazy shit. Let's see. Oh, that's that one. Mm, 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 mm. But this one right here is LED, and it doesn't make any. I can change these little dip switches on the back and make different colors. But anyways, I got like a bunch of disco lights. I kind of like the way that this one. I have an autographed Ozzy poster up here that Ozzy autographed for me, right here. And it kind of lights it up, and it looks like it's going. It looks like it's doing something. I want to see your cigarette lighters. Yeah. What was that? What was that? Time will tell the power of my waging war just for fun. When I first met you, couldn't realize. How could I forget you? You're a surprise. You introduced me. Yeah, but I try to like, listen to the flat earthers. I still do, and I just don't. I'm not buying into that. You know, electric hero. there's always truth in rumors. Yeah, the earth is flat. Yeah. It's Bigfoot is watching. Bigfoot is always fucking watching. Bigfoot is always watching. Bigfoot is always watching. Crazy, but that's how it goes. Millions of people. Mr. Crowley. What went on in your head? It's a weird day. I'm going to get a deal. Then everybody's going to be sorry I'm going to get a deal. And it's going to be all right. It would. They talk about Bigfoot travels through dimensions. They've been like saying that's why all the cameras like mess up. Check. There we go. Bigfoot. Let's see. Bigfoot. He travels through the dimensions. Bigfoot, oh Bigfoot. It's not his intentions. He's watching you through the trees. He sees you through the leaves. Oh, Bigfoot. He's the one, he sees you. There's nothing you can do. He's multi-dimensional. It's intentional, you see. This way he can watch you and dimensional. He sees you. He sees me. He's gonna live. He's gonna be free. 'Cause he's multi-dimensional. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright Yeah, hey, Mom, can you get us some whippets? Can you get us some whippets while you're out? Sunshine, I don't know if you can hear this. You better know, that you need to be getting ready. You better, you better, you better be getting, you better be getting ready, Sunshine. We're gonna have a fun day. Listen, Sunshine, if you can hear me, you got 33 minutes and we can have a fun day. Let's start it out on the right foot. Let's start it out on the right foot and have a fun day. Fun day, fun day. It's Sunday, it's fun day. Sunday is fun day. 7-Eleven. Can you get whippets at 7-Eleven? Oh, you know it's really good at 7-Eleven, and it's really not good for you at all. But god damn it, I love them, especially when I'm stoned. I'm not stoned right now, so there you go. Anyone ever have those foot-long burritos, red hot burritos? You know that the microwave ones. Oh my god, you get like one of those foot-long microwave burritos from 7-Eleven and some Doritos and a Coke. Oh my God, so unhealthy. But you know what? I think it was just designed. That was just designed to go with being stoned. I'm just gonna say, maybe it's cause one of the first times I ever got stoned, um, when I was a kid, I got one of those foot long burritos and it like saved my life. Um, yeah, Justine, um, are you? So I guess you're going to set up a computer down there in the sound thing in the sound basement. Yeah, if it wasn't so late in the show, I'd just be like, throw you a link or something and say, hey, come up here. Come up here. But you're probably you're always doing stuff on Saturday morning. But you know what? I like hanging out with y'all. I always like hanging out with y'all. It's really cool. How cool is this? You know what? It's kind of like I said, um, I was telling somebody the other day, and they were like, really, dude, don't you want people to come to your Saturday show? Don't you want people to come to your Saturday show? And you say crazy stuff and you do things, you don't advertise your Saturday show. And I'm like, no, no, no. That's where like just like me and my friends hang out and stuff, you know. And it's kind of like that you know, when you used to when I was young back in the 70s, I would go over to my friend's house or they would come over to my house and cereal wasn't so expensive back then, you know. Now cereal's expensive. And we'd all sit on the floor and it was no big deal. Hey, it was no big deal for me to be sitting in my front room in my underwear with like uh, you know, boys and girls hanging out. We used to have, you know, you always had that cool chick, you know, that cool chick that hung out with the dudes and stuff. And, you know, we'd sit in the front room and watch Saturday morning cartoons and eat some cereal. And, you know, and about noon, your parents didn't want to feed all the kids, you know. So about noon, the parents would always kick you out of the house, like get the fuck out of here. And then we'd all like go out in the woods and dude, like we would there was a lot of these pine trees in the woods and they stayed green all year round. And like one of the coolest things that we ever did, there was a barbed wire fence that went down this creek bed, right? And and if you can picture this, there's a creek running, and then it eroded the land a little bit and made like a cliff. And at the top of that little cliff, it wasn't a very high cliff, about 6 foot high, had a had a barbed wire fence that had a row of pine trees going down it. Well, this was like government property, so no one gave a fuck that we were on it. And we went out there and we would take the pine trees and take little hatchets and cut the pine trees things off and stick it in the fence. So the fence made like a little fortress, and then where we cut the pine the limbs, it made a row. So we could actually go like Planet of the Apes or something. And we could look out over the creek and see like incoming kids coming in to like try to come into our clubhouse. And we cut like all inside the pine trees and then made it into like a fortress, like a clubhouse out of pine trees. And it was like really wild. And that's where we would go after that. And that's where we would hide our cigarettes, beers, and Playboys. Cigarettes, beers, and Playboys at our clubhouse. That's what we did we would do this back in the 70s. I was remembering this the other day. It was probably right around 75, 76, 78. Those years. Uh, yeah, Fort Pole Vault. And there would always be these little kids that would come up with these BB pew pews, and we would have like BB pew pew wars and stuff, and which is not acceptable nowadays. But and and one time these big kids, these grown kids, came down, and they were like, "What are y'all doing?" And it was like three of them, and even though there was like five of us there at the time, they were so big they were like bullying us. I'm gonna just put it mildly. They were bullying us, and and I remember them pushing me, and I'm like, "Hey, listen, you got us, you got us. You taking our stuff, man?" They're like, "This ain't your clubhouse anymore. This ain't any of your stuff anymore. You hear us?" I was like, "Oh." I'm like, "This is not gonna work out for y'all." And they're like, "You little kids, you don't know nothing." Well, what they didn't know is I was looking behind them, and there was five of us there at the time, and the five of us could not take the three of us. But some of our older friends were coming, and they were walking right up behind them, and there was five of them. And now there's 10 of us. And I had to make them. I didn't want them stealing our Playboys and our cigarettes and our beers. So we beat them up a lot, and I scared them a lot. And it was kind of weird. I could imagine to be a bigger teenage kid and having a little kid climbing up on your face and up on your chest and asking you if you wanted to go see your parents anymore. Don't get our Playboys. We don't fuck around like that. And our beers, we had Coors. We didn't have no Coors Light. We had Coors. It was a different time. Okay, listen, it was a different time. Y'all are like, that's not a good story, Povol, but it was a different time. We didn't have internet. Give us some slack. But because our Playboys and our beers, and the thing was is like there'd be like 3 of us, or 3 to 5 of us. And I hate to say this, we smoked cigarettes all the time. Okay, because that we were being cool. Okay, um, but we would all drink like 5 of us would drink like off of this one beer. We'd be like, "Oh my god, dude, I'm so wasted." oh my god, oh my god. We would be like, "Hey, we're," and that would be like, and then the little girls that we're little too. The girls that were our age, let's put it that way. That's a better way to put it. So they all like had they had a real fork, but it was more like a, I don't know. Their parents built it out there, and it was like a little bitty shed or something. And we had liquid courage, so like 5 of us would drink one beer. We'd be like, "Hey, what y'all doing?" "We're not doing anything, Povok. Get out of here." "Well, I just want to see what was going on. Y'all need any help with y'all's clubhouse?" "No, we don't need any help with our clubhouse." "Okay. Well, I guess we're going to go back up to our clubhouse and smoke cigarettes and have a beer." "Y'all don't have beer." "Yeah, we have beer. Look." Blah. "Oh my god, I'm going to tell you, Povok, your breath tastes like beer. Cindy, don't be a narc. Listen. I'm drinking beer because I'm a grown up, and y'all aren't grown ups." "I'm going to tell you." "Yeah, I know you would tell on me because you're not a grown up like me." "I'm not going to tell on you, but you, they did tell on me sometimes, K Mom. They did. But I deny. I'd be like, "You're full of shit. I didn't drink a beer." "Well, y'all smell like smoke. We had a fire." You know. But you know, uh yeah, yeah. We all grew up. And then we wished we were little again, but there you go. Uh so yeah. eh, it was weird. It was weird. Because they were like, oh, you smoke cigarettes and drink. Years later, they'd come up, "Hey, Povok, can we get a beer off of you at the party?" "I don't know. You don't drink beer. You said, remember when you said you don't drink beer?" "That was 10 years ago, Povok." Hell, it's just fuck. They were asking me for beers 20 years later. The hell, get out of town. Some of us grew up. Yeah, you did, Pookie. Uh, wait. And y'all better watch out. Banana seats. I like banana seats. Uh, the ape hangers I did not like, because when you jump on with a banana seat, you got a good landing. But when you on a hot summer day, if you jump your bicycle with ape hangers on it, the little sparkly handle grips will come loose, and you just freaking meet face to handlebars. I had an Evil Knievel bicycle. I should show. I think I got that picture. I got a picture of me on an Evil Knievel bicycle. Oh. No, that was the CPU. God, guitar. There we go. Let me see if I can find this. I'll be right back. Y'all be like, oh my God, I can't believe he did that. Can't believe he did that. Y'all probably be like, I can't believe he did this right now, what I'm fixing to do. This right here. Wow. Wow. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. So I went, no, that didn't fall again. I went in there and I asked Sunshine, I'm like, where is my, it's been on the refrigerator for like, oh my God. No. So the picture's been on the refrigerator for like 20 years. And I go in there to get it to show to y'all, and Sunshine's like, I don't know what I did with it. I don't know where it is. But it was a picture of me in like 1976 sitting on my Evil Knievel bicycle. That's right, Evil Knievel bicycle. And so the other day, I went to go see what those bicycles run, and it was $1,800. $1,800. So an Evil Knievel bicycle from 1976 that I bought with my lawnmower money is now $1,800. I'm just like, wow. Wow, wow, wow. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Well, we looked at what we learned today. Like we're all dead in a multiverse, and we learned that I got matching BC Rich guitars. One's an explorer, one's a gunslinger. Uh, yeah. Hey, cool, cool. Catch you later, Mr. Smith. I'm fixing. I just now went in there and told Sunshine I'm out of here in like 15 minutes, and she was like, "I'm ready." Well, I don't know. Hey, man. Hey, hey, you ladies and stuff. Why y'all do this? See, thank you, Mr. Smith. Thank you so much. So check this out. I said, Sunshine, are you ready? You got to be ready to go, okay? Because I want to get a deal today. And she's like, all I have to do is put on my jeans. And I'm like, okay, then put on your blue jeans. She's like, I'm ready. I'm like, you're ready to walk out the door right now. All I have to do is put on my blue jeans. So put on your blue jeans. It's like this freaking, like, no, you must wait. You must wait. You must wait. You must wait. And see, and here's the thing. See how Mr. Smith had to go, and he's going to have to go, um, he's going to have to go, like, record stuff, right? Well, that was the equivalent of us all sitting and watching in Saturday morning cartoons, and one of us and Mr. Smith was like, I gotta go to soccer practice now," and we're like, "Okay, see you later, Mr. Smith," and he was like, "Okay, when I get done with soccer practice, I'll see you what you are doing." Okay, and I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta go to the store with my mom. That's the equivalent of I'm going to estate sales with Sunshine. I gotta go to the store with my mom, and if I'm not good, we're gonna get some stuff. No, 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 Pookie. It's this trip. She's gotta make me wait, man. She's gotta make me wait. I wish we all lived in the same place. That way, that way, David, lit the fly channel, could help me clean my truck. My God. So, uh, she wasn't resting, Virginia Woolf. She was in there playing her dobro. Dobro. She won't. She hadn't played it on the live thing. I'm. I. You know what? Me and her been laughing our ass off. Um. We were watching Azura the other day. I don't know if y'all know what that is. Allie and Wes got this show with Azura and Steve, and and I don't know why it struck me so weird, me and Sunshine, but we are still laughing our ass off. Um, so Azura looks at Steve and says something like, "Damn bitch," and I don't know, I don't know why it was so funny. It's but she was like, "Don't talk to me that way, damn bitch." I was like, and everybody just broke out laughing. I don't know. I just don't. I guess it was the way she worded it, like damn bitch. I'm like, I'll think. So now, in traffic and stuff, me and Sunshine have been driving around, and someone will cut me off. I'll be like, damn bitch, damn bitch. I don't know why that just does not go together well. Damn bitch. I don't know. I guess it, and I didn't expect to hear that uh they were being funny, and she was like, "You you you call me daddy." Zero was like, "You call me daddy, Steven." He's like, I don't think I do that." "No, you do it. You Daddy. I was like, me and Sunshine. I will tell you, The Last Azura was one of the funniest uh, that they've done for sure. And you got to check out that. It's unapologetically Mark, I think it's the name. But I think she has to put a real whole lot of work in that. So it's always funny over there. Um, see, I don't know if we get back home in time. Uh, maybe we'll come back on. I don't like to. Uh, uh, Everyone calls Paul Daddy. Oh my god. Fucking asshole. My go-to fucking asshole. You know, I think I go with, uh, you know, um, I'm gonna try to water this down. I go with, you know, male chicken sucker. The old, the old, male chicken cock. You know, I think, yeah, I do. And you know what? The thing about it is I put that out there like it's a bad thing, but guess if it's a outstanding fine young lady, that's not really a cut down to them. I guess they might be proud of that or something. I just don't know. It's just what comes out of my mouth. I'm not even gonna say what comes out of Sunshine's mouth. If she's listening, she'll be like, you better not. Um, yeah, yeah. I could, like I said, I don't even, like I said, I guess, I don't know. I, I will say some offensive things. Like, you spotted dick. Uh, well, the thing is, yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, I did some really bad in health class myself, Justine. You know, it's funny. I did things in high school that I can't even mention. I did it in school. Turned it in. I had no idea of, I mean, things, I don't know if I can say this. I just, oh God. Well, here's the TMI. I haven't given y'all some TMI, so I'll give y'all some TMI today. I really hate to do this, okay? I really hate to do this. But I was in health class, and in my health class, we had okay, here in Texas, there's this place called Six Flags over Texas, and it's an amusement park. And there's a thing called the Texas Shootout. I shouldn't say this. God, I shouldn't say this. But I did this. I shouldn't say this. I did this. I'm sorry. I'm going to apologize right now. I'm sorry. I was I was in ninth grade, and I was probably, and I no, there was no doubt I was stoned. And there's a ride called the Texas Shootout, and we were supposed to be doing something that would maybe an invention that would further healthcare was the assignment, and it was for a semester. We needed to explain how this thing would help us and stuff. Anyhow, the Texas shootout is this thing that goes way, way up in the air and then drops really fast. Then right as it gets to the bottom, this little parachute comes out and it stops. Okay, y'all got me? You can sit on it or stand on it, but you get the gist. It takes you way up in the air, then drops you real quick and stops. Well, I made so I was saying that it could help in the baby termination service. And my teacher was very fucking mad at me. She was fucking livid. She was livid. She was livid. Um, it was strange. What was strange is after I got out of school, I did have a relation with her once. So there you go, TMI for today. It was really, really, really crazy because she always insisted how much she hated me, hated me, hated me. And after I mean, like the day I got out of school and graduated, apparently she didn't hate me as bad. No, she didn't like me, but she liked me, but she didn't like me. I guess, and all that kind of stuff. Um, yeah, well, see, there you go, there you go, and I hope I explained the whole situation to you very gingerly. Very, very, very. I don't know what I was thinking. I remember a girl I used to hang out with sitting next to me, also to the right, looking at me and going, Povalt, Povalt, stop, stop, stop what you're doing, stop. And like every girl in the class was like, "Are you gonna let him get away with this? Are you gonna let him keep talking?" And the teacher was like, "He is digging a hole." And I was just like, if y'all can't be serious about stuff, and believe it or not, I got out of it unscathed because I was actually pointing it back at the girls. I was like, "Can y'all please grow up? Please." But you can't break character when you're going to do something like that. You got to be like, "Do y'all know how long I worked on this? This is something. This is not a joke, and I really wish y'all all would grow up." Yeah, Povalt, you're not being serious. You're not being serious. You're being gross and disgusting and being the teacher. Please tell him to stop. My goodness, Miss Blank, I'm not being this way. Yeah, would y'all please? Can you please let me finish? Thank you. Oh my god. Oh my god. I did some bad stuff. I did some bad stuff. And you know what? I'm thinking now, I think back, I'm like, oh my God, you know what, Povalt? Dude, really, if you just put that much effort on, just a regular deal, why did you go all the way out there for that? I mean, to put that much work and thought and effort behind. I mean, I drew pictures and everything, showed how it would work. And they're just like, I'm like, now that I'm adult, I'm like, wow, dude, really, you could have like just like done the assignment, dude. Did a lot of shit like that. I, I, I told y'all my middle school shenanigans. I'm not going to go over that today because I only tell y'all a little bit in small doses so y'all don't think that I'm just totally horrible. But look. It was supposed to be funny. And, I can see now, back then it wasn't such a hot topic as it is now. And I understand that a lot of people are sensitive about this kind of thing and stuff. And it is a major issue in our society today. Disclaimer. I just wanted to say that I knew that it would be, I knew it would be triggering. Even back then, I knew it was going to be triggering. And I went there. I just went there. one time, one time, one time, uh, I was like, I was like, I was in the, I was in the health class, same health class, and I was like, look, you don't have to do, you don't always have to use birth control. Sometimes you can just shoot it on their face. That's a fucking shit. You should have seen. I, I I felt like I was alone in this world. Everybody in that fucking classroom was looking at me like. I mean, even my friends were like, "Why did you just say that?" I was, I was, it's just, it was an accident. It was an accident. It was an accident. But you know what? You know what? You know what? Hey, I was a bad person for saying that. What I just now said, I was a bad person. But, and if anybody out there that knows me is went to school with me is out there watching, Julia, a girl named Julia, which was the hottest girl in school, was like, yeah, what he's saying, but my boyfriend like puts it on my belly. And I think like every dude in the class. I mean, we were in high school. I think there every dude in the class was pitching a tent. We were like, "Oh my god, oh my god, you can't get pregnant that way." See there, that was young pole vault. I always think I told y'all the dirtiest pole vault was like 10. I've actually, as I get older, I'm actually getting less, less dirty. But I'm gonna try to get a deal today. Zach Thong, did I ever shove anyone in a locker and lock them in it? Um, I don't think not without them willingly wanting to go in the locker because we used to do shit like that on purpose. And the guy that got locked in the locker was like, "Lock me in the locker. I'm going to hide." And but I will tell you this. I will tell you this, and once again, a bunch of people that know me know this one. Um, so I have a large family. I have a pretty large family. A lot of them watch this, not this show, but they watch the Friday show. A lot of my family watches the Friday show. Some of them watch the Tuesday show. Probably near none of them. Well, we had Jay who reported me at the beginning, so some of my family watches the show. But I went to in high school. Um, there was I have a smaller cousin. I'm not going to mention him. He's a pretty popular guy, and
and he he had a pretty good looking girlfriend. Okay, well, there's always those assholes. And this one kid says, "Hey," grabs him by the throat and shakes him around, and this is my cousin, and he was the littlest kid in school, the littlest kid in our school. And he shakes him all around. He's like, "Listen here, you don't like deserve a girlfriend that looks like this hot. You don't, you know what? And how do you feel?" And he was doing it in front of her. He was like, "How you feel like seeing your boyfriend? Don't you want to be with me? You can be with me. Look at me. I'm shaking your boyfriend around." And my other cousin, because I had, just to let you know, I had like 4 cousins in this school. My other cousin walks up to him and says, "Hey, when Pole Vault finds out that you did this, he is going to beat the shit out of you." And the dude said, "Oh, oh, no, 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 no." He said, "Neither one of the two of you." And he looked at the little one. He was like, "Do you understand me?" And he was like slapping around and stuff. He's like, "Do you understand me? You're not going to tell him." And he's like, "No, no, 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 I'm not going to tell him. I'm not going to tell him." The other one said, "I dare you to touch me." He's like, "You're bigger than me. You're way bigger than me. But I dare you to touch me because I'm going to tell him right now. I'm going to tell him right now." And the kid was like, if you tell him, I'll beat you down." And he's like, "I'm going to tell him you said that." He was like, "You better not." Well, my cousin came to me and said, "Hey, Paul Vault, you know our cousin so-and-so?" I'm like, "Yeah. Yeah, what's he up to?" And I was probably stoned and drunk. I was in school. And anybody ever wasted. But he was like, "Yeah, so this kid told him that, he didn't need his girlfriend, all this and that." And he was like beating him up. I was like, "Oh boy, he's in bad trouble." I'm like, "Well, I'll deal with this." And then he said, and then he turned to me and told me that if I told you that he was going to beat me up. And I was like, oh, he used my name. He was like, if you tell Pole Vault I'm going to beat you up, that's what he said. And this all comes back down to Zach's question. Um, he's like, yes. And I was like, okay, well, we're going. Blah, 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 blah. Where is he at? Blah, 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 blah. And Zach, I saw him, and he was like, "No, no, 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 no," because he knew that cousin had just told me. He said he was. And I ran up, and the teacher I was talking about before, the health teacher that I actually saw after I ran up and I jumped up and I kicked him in his face. I kicked him straight in his face. Straight front kick to his face. He fell to his hands and knees. I hear a Sunshine Archer. He fell to his hands and knees. And then when he fell to his hands and knees, a girl was putting stuff in her locker. And I put his head in the locker door and started slamming his head into the locker door until that health teacher, came up and told me to stop. "Hey, Sunshine, you're not going to say hello?"
You were talking. I didn't want to be rude.
Oh, my God.
You were telling a story. I didn't want to be rude. Hello, everybody.
Where you got your pants on?
Do I have to wear pants?
You have to wear pants so we can go outside.
Okay.
So we're getting ready to go, everybody. But does that count, Zach? That has to count. Putting. So I did put him kind of in the locker. Oh, son of a bitch! It's the little one. Sunshine fell away. Sunshine. The little one fell. Oh, it's gone forever too. It's gone forever. Oh, I'm not having that one today. I need my hair time. My hair is everywhere. Need my hat. But there you go. There you go. Well, I lost one, Pookie. It was the little one too. I can't lose the little one. Well, I'm fixing to go. I hope all your dreams and answers have been fulfilled, and all your hopes and dreams come true. Look, put it in my mouth, cause it. Um. Um. I look. It was the littlest one too, Boomer. It was the littlest one. I'll see y'all later. It was fun hanging out with y'all. I'll see y'all, whenever I see y'all. If not, around the watering hole, I'll see y'all next Tuesday or something. This Tuesday. See y'all later. Goodbye. Love y'all. Yay.